A Catholic school teacher at a Catholic school gave instruction to the class that Adam and Eve was a myth and that divine intervention through the Holy Spirit was just a figment of someone's imagination, just something put in their head. Metaphorically speaking, now please don't misquote me. Metaphorically speaking, those teachers who teach nonsense and garbage should be lined up against a wall and shot for treason. Metaphorically speaking, they would be dead meat. They would be dead meat if I had anything to say about it. I consider it an outrage, an absolute outrage, that people like that are allowed to teach our young people. When I was in a position in a chancery office some years ago, the bishop asked me to do his job. That's what he said. He said, I spend 90% of my time in court answering lawsuits, testifying. He put me in a position, and I didn't want to do it. I said no 3 times. And then a certain cardinal called from the Vatican with a German accent. Father, he was already using the papal we. We would never tell you what to do, but we think it would be good for you to help that bishop. And of course that was that, so I had to go help the bishop. And he put me in a position where I had all 13 major departments of the diocese under my jurisdiction. And so the first thing I did was assemble a hit list. And by the way, as a condition of my accepting the position, I told the bishop he had to give me absolute authority to hire and fire, or I wouldn't take the job. And so he did. And after a couple of months, after intensive reconnaissance, I identified the enemy, engaged in target acquisition, and let fly with the munitions. Well, the bishop chickened out. You know, he wouldn't fire anybody. He was afraid to upset the apple cart. Better to get rid of them and be done with it. Why would you leave the Trojan horse in the city of God? I don't understand that. But I suppose I don't understand a lot of things, and that's why I'm not in the position. They have the grace of authority, and I don't doubt that. And but I'm kind of like you. You know, I know a lot of you think that way too, and we just can't fathom that.